Like and subscribe.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Hornytown Home Baked Goods and my lovely wall cookie cutters. We are going to go this week and we're going to do a little market prep. I'm going to take you with me as we make some items and as hopefully as we set up and prepare for the market and then the results of the market. So this is my first time doing a weekly vlog type series. I am going to be doing some farmers markets over the summer, so I'm kind of excited to do this with y'all. I've never done them before. Let me know if you end up liking it, and yeah, I'd like to see this a real life side of a bakery, home bakery, and mostly, again, I mostly do decorated sugar cookies, custom order, but this summer I am doing some farmers markets just so I can be a little creative with my brain. So let's go ahead and get started. Right now we're working on some homemade marshmallows, and then we're going to do some homemade sourdough graham crackers to go with it for some homemade s'mores. All right, so my first step this week is to make this batch of homemade marshmallows. So we're starting it here. We are just mixing the marshmallow, the beginning stages of it. We're letting that sugar melt, and then we are going to whip it up. This flavor is honey and brown sugar. So it's made with honey and as a binder and sweetener instead of corn syrup. And then it's also made with brown sugar instead of white sugar. All right, y'all. So now we are going to let the mixture come to a boil. So let's give it about 10 minutes and it will come to a boil and we'll be back. All right, y'all. This is so loud. Please excuse it. But this is what it looks like when you're whipping it up. It has about 2 to 3 more minutes. And you'll see the sides of the marshmallows start to come away from the bowl. I will show y'all when we get to that point. All right, so y'all see how there are little strings coming off the side over here? Whenever it hits the bowl, whenever it spins around, that means that it's done. So now you're going to stop it and put it in your pan. All right, so we have our marshmallows in our pan. This pan is 9 by 13. Sometimes I do 8 by 8. It just depends on the recipe of the marshmallow. So we got 9 by 13 so we can have larger squares for some s'mores. My smaller pans I'm going to make smaller little cubes out of. So we're going to let this be in the fridge overnight and we'll come back tomorrow and finish our market prep. All right, y'all, we are back and she is beautiful. She is giant. So we're going to cut her up and then we're going to put her in a big Ziploc baggie for tonight. And tomorrow we're going to bag her up individually or in little pieces so we can sell her at the market on Saturday. So it is Tuesday. So we are 4 days out. So let's get to it. All right, y'all. Y'all saw the large ones. Now let's cut up the small ones. All right, y'all. So we have cut them up into small pieces. Now we're going to bag them up and I will show you all the finished product. Hey guys. So I am not doing well with these market updates, but I got the marshmallows done. Sorry, I'm outside. I got the marshmallows done. I got the graham crackers done. I got the Dubai chocolates done. So it's kind of like do your own s'mores kit, which I think will be really good and we'll see if it's popular. I also did some sourdough chocolate chip cookie bars. And then what else did we do? We did Dubai chocolate chip cookies. So if you don't want the chocolate, then it's the cookies with the pistachios and the cookies, which are really good. We also made some sourdough cheese it version crackers, so just sourdough cheese crackers. We also made some decorated sugar cookies that I am most known for, and that's what I take custom orders on. And what else? I think that might be it. If I can think of anything, I'll let you know. I also had a lot of customs this week. I've done about, I want to say, 15 dozen sugar cookies this week, custom orders, which is really good. So the market is just some surplus on top of that, which is nice. So yeah, so I have some big news. I recently resigned from my teaching job. So I'll be doing this, on the side still because I'm going to focus on being a mom, but I can do this more or maybe take some last minute orders that I could not do before. So that's like really exciting. So I will keep y'all posted on what we do for the market. I also did some honey lollipops. So those are good for like tea stirs or just to have. And then I did some elderberry and honey because we are going to get into the fall season soon. And I know some people just like to have those on hand. So yeah. So that should be good. I have some fresh flour that I need to mill, some wheat berries I'm going to mill for fresh flour to sell. So I'm going to take that as well. So just a variety of things. This is the first week. So we're really just going to test out a lot of products and we're going to see what works well for the market. And I will keep y'all updated. I'm very excited, very nervous. My mom's coming to help. So I will show y'all the process. I'll probably not film setting up. My toddler's coming towards me. I'll probably not film setting up, but I will definitely film the booth and how it goes, and I will keep y'all posted on that. See y'all soon. All right, y'all. I'm struggling today. This is like the third time I've tried to film this, but my children are crazy, which I love. So, anyways, I'm just going to go through. It is Friday before the market. I'm going to go through what we have so far to sell. I'm packing it up and labeling it now. We have sourdough bagels, sourdough graham crackers, sourdough cheese crackers, sourdough chocolate chip cookies, sourdough Dubai cookies, regular Dubai bars, homemade marshmallows, two different flavors, two different flavor lollies. So we have dandelion and honey, and then we have elderberry and honey. We also have classic decorated sugar cookies, all dye-free options. What else do we have? We have sourdough chocolate chip cookie bar. I don't know if I said that already. We have sourdough everything bagel. I think I said everything. Oh, and then I have some fresh milk flour that I got to get out of the freezer. I did that last night and I wanted to freeze it just to kill anything. If there's anything in there, I'm just weird about that. So, yeah. I think that's about it. I will let y'all know how it goes in the morning. Okay, y'all. So it's almost midnight. I just finished loading the car with my husband. We got everything ready for tomorrow except for the actual baked goods and homemade goods. They are not put in the van yet, but they will be tomorrow. So super excited about that. I finished up the custom orders for the week and the first part of next week, which is good. Just have to bag those tomorrow after the market. So my mom's getting here around 6:30, I think. I'm not sure. And we'll get everything ready to go. And I will keep y'all posted. I'm excited. Hey, y'all, it is Saturday morning. It's about 6:40, and I'm waiting on my mom to get here. And as soon as she gets here, we're gonna leave. We should get there around 7:15, and the actual market starts at 8:30. So as long as we're set up at 8:20, we're good. And with her help, I'll be fine. So yeah, so I'm excited. We're ready to go. I'm nervous. I got everything loaded up, so when she gets here, she can just hop in. So I'm not sure. I really should have thought about this, but I'm not sure what my sales goal is going to be. And I know I need to do better about that because, most of my sales for my business do come from my custom orders. So this is kind of just like one, something new that I'm trying, and two, something that I'm not really used to thinking about because with those, I know they're priced for me to sell them like for my area, but also for me to make money and make a profit. So that I have down pat, but it's really the market that, I'm not sure about since I haven't really done. And I did one vendor event in April, the end of April. And then I have this market this Saturday and next Saturday. And so, I'll try to do a vlog for that one too, if y'all enjoy this. And then we'll keep you posted on how much we make and the setup and how busy it is. It's actually chilly today. It is May 31st, okay, in North Carolina, and I am wearing a sweatshirt and a vest because I'm cold. So I'm also bummed because I ordered some DTFs from Jiffy and just to heat press myself because I have a heat press and to put on some sweatshirts like with my logo and stuff. And they were supposed to come in on Thursday, but they did not. And now they come in on Monday. So hopefully I'll have them for the market next week and I can rep it on a sweatshirt. So I'm just wearing a plain sweatshirt today. But yeah, just some advertising wherever I can, is always a good thing. So I'm going to have that next week to go with my table runner and my cards and my sign. So I will keep y'all posted. So you've rented it for like a month?
Yeah, I have like younger kids, and when
so they can be there because they don't know how long she's gonna have to be in the NICU,
Right.
even though they know she will be.
Oh, did you tell them that? Oh, they should have.
Hey y'all, so we just finished the market. I have my kids in the car, so I'm trying to not get them in the video. But we just finished the market and it turned out really well, I think, for my first one. So I don't know the total number of sales, but I did write everything down for the first time, which I am proud of myself for doing. And yeah, so I'm going to take you home. We're going to go eat lunch first, and then I'm going to take you home and I'm going to tally up the totals. I'm going to sort what sold the best sellers, and all that fun stuff. And I'll be back and share that with y'all either tonight or tomorrow.
Hey y'all, we are here with our first farmers market recap. So we're going to go through the numbers together and we're going to talk about if it was worth it, how I'm feeling about next week, and things that I'm going to change. So first off, this is my first time at this farmers market, and overall I thought it was really good. You know, we had some spurts where it was busier than others, like times obviously, which you're going to have in any type of market. So just expect that. Also, to know, this is not my first vendor event. This was just my first time at this particular farmers market. So, this market has been around for 3 or 4 years in my area. It's about 25 minutes from my house. But not too bad. It's like still the type of customers, you know, that I would want to appeal to. So everything was great there. Today I made sourdough bagels, my classic decorated sugar cookies, sourdough graham crackers, cheese crackers, Dubai chocolates, Dubai chocolate cookies, sourdough matcha cookies, and sourdough chocolate chip bars. And then I also had homemade marshmallows in there and some chicken egg containers that had some cute sayings on them. So things like that. So we're going to go over what sold the best, what I'm going to do next week, and the other types of vendors that were there. So we also had, since it was a farmer's market, they were vendors that sold meat, which is classic. Love that. And I actually purchased some meat there. Vendors that sold pickles, jams, and jellies. There was a soul like sourdough bread specific vendor, which is why I only did sourdough bagels. I don't really like to sell, like, I like to sell only sourdough sandwich loaves. I don't like to sell anything else besides the bagels and sandwich loaves. So that's what I focused on. I actually didn't do any of the sandwich loaves though, because I know that that's her thing. So that worked out fine. I think next week though, we'll talk about this in a minute, but I think next week I'm gonna maybe do some cinnamon rolls or focaccia. I don't know. We'll see. Then what sold out for me, I had 3 everything bagels, 2 plain bagels, and 1 sesame bagel, and all my bagels sold. So bagels sold out. Um, I also had some elderberry and honey lollipops, um, which I say lollipops, but they're more like they are lollipops, but I would use them more on like a tea or like when you have a throat ache and you're gonna suck on it for a little bit. It's not gonna be like a lollipop where you're like, oh yeah, I want candy. I'm gonna pull that because it is for sure elderberry. Um, but I'll say that the Dubai chocolates sold really well. Sold out of the um bagels. The marshmallows sold well, which was good. I sold out of the vanilla flavor of the marshmallows. So might do more of those next week. Um, Overall, the graham crackers did okay. I had more left over than I wanted to have, so I will either keep those or donate those. The cheese crackers sold well. I only had 1 pack of those left over. The Dubai chocolates themselves, those sold well, and people were interested in the cookie, so they sold that or they got that. And so, I don't know if I'll make that again. That just seems very specific and last time I had a market or a vendor event in April, it sold really well. This time, not so much. So I'm not thinking I'll do that flavor next week. I think I'm stick more with like the traditional cookie flavors. So do chocolate chip. The matcha cookie was not that like sold okay, but I might do like chocolate chip, macadamia nut, things like that. I think will sell better. Um, I also sold a few dehydrated sourdough starters, which I have had in my stock, so that was good. Um, so overall, it cost me $25 to be there for 4 hours. So not bad at all. I did have to go obviously set up and stuff, and it takes me about 45 minutes to set up, and then about 20 minutes to break down. So an hour ish for setup and breakdown. Um, then 4 hours being there. So overall, after all is said and done, I sold $220 worth of items. So that means, you know, I made $195, not counting like my cost for materials. So, for my first time and not knowing what to expect, I was really busy. So, if you'll see, I have 2 full sheets of items sold plus almost a half of a third. So, a lot of items sold. However, my items are small. So, what I need to do is I really need to, like, I think I'm going to do just sourdough bagels because those went really well. And then I'm going to do more cinnamon and everything bagels and then focus on just different types of cookies because those are easy for me to knock out and make. And I think if I do that, that would be better. I think people just had too many option overloads. And, you know, when you go shopping, and your buyer has too many things to pick from, you like freeze, you don't know what to get. I think that's how they were feeling. So I think if I do bagels and cookies, then that's it. And then if I come back next week and people are like, hey, do you have blah blah that you had last week, then I'll know that that was an item that people really liked and they will get it next time. So that is my plan moving forward. I will say it was almost equal with what people paid for, card or cash. So it was literally almost split in half. I think I have 105 on my Square reader, and then the rest was in cash. So maybe a little bit more paid with cash. But if you're not taking card, you're going to lose a lot of sales. So that is one of my really big tips is to do a service. I use Square, and I actually use like the big Square where the people can just tap their card or their phone on it. So you don't even have to hand them your phone or take their card. I just think most people will like not having to hand their card over to a stranger that's not in an actual brick and mortar store. So that worked out really well. But yeah, overall, I'm happy with how today went. It got my name out on a part of town that I usually don't go to. And so people really like the name of my um, bakery. And they're like, why is it Hornytown? And it's because of where I live. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm excited about that. And I will take you along as I start preparing for next week. So I will let you know what I end up making, and we'll check back in for Farmers Market vlog number 2. Bye, guys.